Stadium here in Halifax for today's crucial, massive 22 Kingston Press Championship match between Halifax and Featherstone Rovers. Third v6 in the table, so all to play for. Quick rundown of the team news for you, starting with Halifax first of all. At full back is number 1, Ben Johnston. The 3 quarters are a former Rover, Will Sharp, Steve Tyra, Ben Heaton, and James Saltonstall. In the half-backs is number 6, Scott Morrell, and former Rover, number 7, is Gareth Moore. In the front row for Halifax, number 8 is Mitch Carlane, and number 14 is Adam Tangata. No Ben Kay for Halifax, so in for him comes number 22, Connor Robinson. In the second row, number 12 is Scott Griggs, number 33 is Matt Sarsfield, and number 13 is Jacob Fairbank. On the bench for Halifax, number 10 is Luke Ambler, number 16 is Richard Moore, number 30 is Brandon Moore, and number 34 is Ryan Boyle. One change for Rovers from last time out. In the centres, in for the injured Jamie Cording, comes Bradley Tagg. At full back is number 1 Ian Hardman. The 3 quarters, number 37 Ashton Golding. 3 Michael Channing. 21 is Bradley Tagg. And number 4 is Missy Talapapa. In the halfbacks, number 6 is Kyle Briggs, 7 Anthony Thackeray. Number 10 is Andy Bostock in the front row, alongside 32 Jordan Baldwinson. And number 23 is Andy Ellis. In the second row, number 11 is Steve Snitch. Number 12 is John Davies. And at loose forward, number 17, Jack Ormondroyd. On the bench for Rovers are Darryl Griffin, Tim Spears, Luke Cooper and Anthony Mullally. Today's match referee is Super League, Mr. James Child. Good afternoon, Joanne.
Good afternoon, Ben.
Your team news, first of all, please.
Well, when I spoke to John Sharp on Thursday night, he said how important it was that we had unchanged halfbacks. We've had unchanged halfbacks for the last few games now, and they seem to be getting steadier and more into the game as those matches go on, the more matches that they're playing together. So it was crucial that Kyle Briggs and Anthony Thackeray were both in that side today, staying fit and healthy and being able to put on a performance, hopefully like we put on against Batley last week. Again, we've got Andy Ellis in that hooking role, and we've retained the dual registration. Obviously, Jordan Baldwinson is dual registration, but we always say he's one of ours anyway. But we have got the 2 that played last week at Batley, Ashton Golding and Anthony Mullally, and they were both very impressive at the Mount, as were all the team.
And looking down that Halifax team, Will Sharp in there, of course, Gareth Moore as well. But the danger for me, as much as anywhere, in the halfback, in the Halifax team, they caused so much at Halifax. It's equals lane, and that's in that defeat. It's crucial for Rovers that they get on top in this forward battle.
It certainly is, and Richard Moore as well, when he came on at Blackpool, was very effective for them. Just watching the Rovers warming up down in front of the stand where the Featherstone Rovers supporters are, and they've just got a huge reception from the travelling army of Featherstone Rovers fans who've turned out in numbers here, and they are loud and proud and trying to G this team up. They know how much it will mean for Featherstone Rovers today to get this win.
Indeed it will, and today is last week was the quarter-final against the Bulldogs. Today's the semi-final against Halifax. The games just keep getting bigger and better, don't they? And this has got potential to be a real humdinger of a game this afternoon. How important do you think the discipline and Mr. Child might have an effect?
Well, in a way, I was pleased to see that James Childer got this game today because he's a very experienced referee. He's experienced with Super League. He refereed us against Lee Attlee this season, I do believe, and I thought he had a very good game. He didn't take any nonsense from any of the Lee players, and indeed the Featherstone Rovers players as well. So yeah, I thought that James Childer had claim then, and I think you do need this is a massive game today. We can't underestimate how massive it is for both teams. Perhaps Featherstone more than Halifax, but you need a strong referee to be in charge in the middle, and one who's going to be fair, hopefully.
Indeed, it is a huge game. Rovers fans have travelled in numbers away to our right. If you are listening on the stream, if you want to tweet us at
Yeah, if you want to tweet us at Rovers Radio on the Rovers Radio account, or just on the Featherstone Rovers Facebook group. If we get time, depends on the game, we will give you a shout out. One thing we must mention as we draw to the end of this league season is to give a big shout out there to Mark Kirby, or Mark Las Palmas, who everybody knows him as, for providing all the stats that we've used during the commentary this season. Absolutely invaluable service to me and Ben, isn't it?
It certainly is, Mark. I hope you're listening out there. I'm sure you will be. Huge thank you to you for everything you've done for us this season. It certainly adds to the commentary, I think, Joanne, where we are getting the stats and the information through, which help us to provide a better commentary and adds to the service, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does, yeah.
So a big shout out to Mark. Thank you for that. We're just waiting for the teams now. Here come the two teams. Halifax are coming out now. Here come your very own Featherstone Rovers, led out by Captain Ian Hardman. It looks like Halifax are going to be getting first use of the ball. They're lining up as if they're going to receive it. Rovers fans are in fine voice away to our right. Equally in fine voice away to our left are the Halifax fans. So it can only be described as potentially the game of the season here at the Shea Stadium in Halifax. It's round 22 of the Kingston Press Championship. It's Halifax against Featherstone Rovers. There is the kick up, and here come Halifax then. They're playing from left to right, away from their own fans towards the Rovers fans in the first half. So here to Halifax, that's a good drive in, but well met by the Featherstone Rovers defence. Connor Robinson, as that's in halfback, finds more, and here's Jacob Fairbank now. But that's great defence from Featherstone Rovers on the 30-metre line. Here's Tangata. Robinson, as that's in halfback. Through the hands of Fairbank it goes. Here's Mitch Carlane. There's the last tackle. Halifax are just shy of halfway. So there's a kick over the top. Ian Hardman takes that comfortably underneath his own sticks. He drives that ball back in. He gets up to the 20, so a good first step from Halifax. And what can Rovers do with this now? Here's Talapapa with the drive. Ashton Golding's coming looking for work. And Rovers are on their own 40 now. Here's Jordan Baldwinson. On halfway, plays the ball to Ellis, goes left. Thackeray's going to put the boat to ball. That's a great kick from Thackeray. Perfect set for Rovers. Good opening sets for both teams. Thackeray able to find touch, so it's going to be a scrum down, head and feed on the Halifax 10.
And this is exactly what we did against Batley last week, wasn't it? That first set of 6 that we had, we took the 4 or 5 plays in, and then we kicked and made Batley come away from their own 10-metre line. This is exactly what we've done with Halifax. We've drove in, made the metres up the field, and we've put that kick in. It's ended up with a scrum. Halifax have got to bring it away from their own 10-metre, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in this defensive set now.
Here's Steve Tyra driving that ball in. Well met though, a good tackle from Rovers. Will Sharp now, former Rover of course. Rovers will know the damage that he can do. And here's Carlane now. Halifax 35 out from their own line, centre field. Morrell puts the boot to ball. It's an attempted 40-20. It's got the distance, Ian Hardman has to return it. That's a great kick from Scott Morrell. Held up perfectly, and Ian Hardman having to return it. And here's Ashton Golding now. Gets Rovers up to the 20. Here's Channing. Through the hands it goes. Here's Ormondroyd now. There's a penalty for a second attempt in the tackle, won by Jack Ormondroyd. The first penalty of the afternoon goes to Rovers. It's Kyle Briggs who's going to put the ball into touch on the far side.
Yeah, Jack Ormondroyd did well, showed his strength, and Halifax just had a Featherstone in a very promising position here, 20 metres away from the Halifax line.
It's Channing who plays the ball to Ellis. Here's Briggs now. Bostock. First try, scored the opening try last week, his first of the season. 10 metres away, Rovers. Ellis finds Thackeray. Thackeray to Hardman. Hardman finds Tag. Rovers 3 metres away, an untidy play the ball. Thackeray again now. He finds Ormondroyd on the charge again, getting through some work early. Ellis. Snitch is going for the line. Still going for the line. He's held up a metre short. Thackeray can't take the pass in. So it is dropped on the last. Disappointment for Rovers there. A great opportunity. The pass slightly behind Thackeray though, and he just couldn't take it in, Joanne.
Yeah, Steve Snitch did ever so well, didn't he? Almost got over that try line, just held up. Halifax players looking on the haunches a little bit after that set of 6, and they looked very relieved when we put that ball to ground, but we tried that move down the short side. Andy Ellis passing round to Thackeray, but the pass wasn't good and Thackeray put it to ground. Halifax have got to play the ball here on their own 10 metres, so it's not a bad place to turn it over, but we would have wanted a repeat set at least from that, I think. But not to be downhearted, like I say, just need a clean set of 6. Just as I'm saying that, Snitch and Bradley Tagg just having 2 goes too many there on Adam Tangata, and they get a penalty. So that will bring them some metres up the field, just taking the kick now to touch. The tap will be taken just short of the halfway line. So Halifax have made some up the field then. Ben Heaton almost through there. That was quite good play by Halifax. Up at the Featherstone Rovers 40-metre line now. Is Cahalane taking it up, driving those legs, but the Featherstone defence is equal to the task.
So here's Moore with a short pass. Another penalty though. Mr. Child there penalising Rovers there. Tackle off the ball, I think. So, penalty for Halifax. It's 22 metres out, maybe 5-10 metres to the left of the uprights. Joe thought they were going for two. No, they're going for touch. So Halifax then can have a full set on this Rovers line. Here's that drive in there from Simon Griggs. Moore finds Fairbank, a few oohs around us there. Fairbank plays the ball, Robinson goes left. Moore again dancing through. Rovers just hold on. And there's a knock on, but Rovers are penalised again. So not standing square on that occasion. Here goes Tangata. Similar passage of play to what happened at Batley last week. Rovers were able to keep Batley out on that occasion. Here's Morell now. Driving for the sticks, held up 3 metres away. Robinson comes right to Moore again. What a tackle that was by Bradley Tagg. Moore dabs in for the posts, off the posts. It's going to be a knock on against Halifax. Outstanding defence from Featherstone Rovers, able to keep Halifax out. And Joanne again, as at Batley last week, Rovers can only take confidence from that.
Well, it's 1-1 now, isn't it? Halifax have kept Featherstone off their own line, and we've done the same down on the right-hand side of us here. But what a tackle that was from Bradley Tagg there out on the 3/4. And he is a forward, isn't he, playing in the 3/4 today. And that was just a ball and all tackle. And Halifax were then having to put that kick in from a back foot position, really. And it just bounced too high for the Halifax player to take it. Featherstone doing some quick play. The ball's now taking over the field. That looks a high shot there. That was a high shot from Jacob Fairbank on Missy Talapapa. But he's giving it for not square, as the referee could have given it either way there, and penalty's gone to Featherstone. The tap's going to be taken 40 metres away from the Halifax line. Anthony Thackeray wants to take it quickly, but Mr. Charles says no. Sorry, Michael Channing, and he said take it back. So Michael Channing takes the tap. 30 metres out now. Jordan Baldwinson with his trademark run there. Didn't get too far this time. He's going over to Steve Snitch, comes back through the middle, drives it towards those posts. 15 metres out now, Featherstone Rovers. Ball's played. Andy Ellis pisses it to the right, goes to Briggs. And 3 metres out now, Featherstone. Halifax looked a little offside at that play of the ball, but the referees let it go. Jack Ormonroyd puts a great run towards the post. It's last tackle, and it goes, and just held up there, just held up on the last tackle as the ball went there, and we were just held up short of the post.
Held up a metre short there, Jordan Baldwinson. So it is going to be a play the ball for Halifax on the last after turnover. So here the Halifax, and they're having to work out from deep now. Rovers keep the discipline though, they've got a great opportunity. We've had 10 minutes gone here in the first half at the MBI Shea. Here in Halifax, it's Halifax 0, Featherstone Rovers 0. Sarsfield finds Heaton. What a hit from Talapapa. Morell dances away from 2, gets the pass away. And it's through a gap. Will Sharp chasing his fast, but he's not that fast. No. Joanne thought there was somebody else. Either of the touch judges. But what a kick that was. What an effort that was from Halifax. A great kick, and we know how. It's going to be come down head and feed to Halifax. Sorry.
And it shows able to we'd clamped down, and he managed to have a break through the middle of the field, Kim, but it was just a little bit too strong, wasn't it? And Featherstone have come up with the ball, so it's quite even Stevens here at the moment. Perhaps Halifax edging it a little bit in these opening stages.
Here's Steve Snitch now. He's had a good start to this match this afternoon. Thackeray now finds Baldwinson again. The Halifax player flat out. It's Connor Robinson who's down. So breaking play. Just coming up to 12 minutes gone here in the first half. It's Halifax 0, Featherstone Rovers 0, and it's every bit as tense and tight as we thought it would be, Joanne.
It is. It's been an exhilarating first 12 minutes, certainly. It's been end-to-end stuff. Both teams putting their game plan into action, and it's interesting to see how it's almost like a game of chess, isn't it, at the moment? See each team taking a measure of each other. Like I say, Halifax just come with Featherstone did well when Halifax were pressing on our own line, and we did well to keep them out. Connor Robinson just receiving attention down there on the floor. It looked as though he went into that tackle awkwardly on Jordan Baldwinson, and he's presumably got some kind of a head injury or a neck injury down there, but the medical team are attending to him. It looks like he's been able to sit up, so that's good news.
No Ben Kay, of course, for Halifax today. Not sure whether he's injured or... But I fancied he would play, so Halifax won't want to lose Connor Robinson. But they are doing for the moment. He is coming off. So a reshuffle for Halifax. On comes Brandon Moore. So that's a blow for Halifax this early in the match. So here go Rovers then. Bostock on the charge. Briggs boots the ball. That's a cowering kick. Rovers need to be careful. I don't think they were onside then. Look at this defence from Featherstone Rovers though. Halifax pushed back. Another quick play of the ball. Oh, that's a risky offload. Halifax are playing at the moment. What defence this is from the Rovers though. Baldwinson with that tackle. Here's Carlane. They're only on the 40. Here's the last tackle. Morrell puts boot to ball. Ian Hardman safe as house. That's a good return. What a defensive set from Featherstone Rovers, Joanne.
Tackles going in there, Ben, wasn't there? Really hard tackles as well. I think Halifax know they're in a game now. Certainly when they're taking that ball up, and Brad Tagg again coming in with some real tough tackles. But yeah, the Rovers were hungry there. They wanted to make sure that they kept Halifax in their own. They did that as well. They had to kick from deep in their own house. That's an offload to Visi Talapapa, who's got space. He's got to 30 metres out, trying for a quick play, the ball which he gets. Andy Ellis, a bit untidy. Andy Ellis gets to a tackle, who gets it to Brad Tagg. Brad Tagg pumps his legs up the field and it goes to Andy Ellis, now plays the ball out to Thackeray. Thackeray puts the kick over into that right hand side, but it's taken very well over there for Halifax, and they play the ball and in Halifax, and the Halifax fans are shouting to the referee to leave him penalty for offside, but that's a sign of Featherstone doing good defensive work, Ben.
Defensive work from Featherstone Rovers. Here's Morrell now. Looking, but the touch should just seen something. I don't know what he's seen as a player down in back play. Touch judge is calling out Missy Talapapa. Just a talking to for Talapapa. A penalty given. So it's going to be a relieving penalty for Halifax. And they are going to start on the Rovers 40, Joanne.
Yeah, we were talking about that discipline, weren't we? It's 15 minutes gone and we've already given 4 penalties away and we won't be able to keep that up. It's very hot out here this afternoon. We don't want to be giving Halifax any extra metres. We need to be keeping them down well in their own half, because as soon as they get near the Featherstone line with the likes of Morrell and Moore, they've got a lot of talent.
Gareth Moore there showing a dummy, but well read by Davies. Down that short side, Johnston. The ball's put to ground though, so it is a knock on. And we have had 15 minutes here at the Shade Stadium. Still Halifax 0, Featherstone Rovers 0. A tight game. It's going to be scrum down head and feed to Rovers on their own 10 here. That ball put down by Halifax.
Yeah, a bit of a let up there for Featherstone, because Halifax had piled players onto that left-hand side. They brought Ben Johnston into that line and they'd got a bit of an overlap, but the pass was very strong to Johnston and he just knocked it on. So Featherstone have got this put in at the scrum, 10 metres away from their own line. So we're having to bring it out of our own 10-metre area again.
There's that first tackle now. Ellis has a go from acting half-back. Makes a good 10 metres. Briggs moves in now. He's lost the ball though of Andy Ellis. So now Halifax are going to have a chance on that Rovers line. That's a massive mistake, Joanne. On your own 20-metre line, centre field, to lose the ball and the tackle against Halifax options. This is a real opportunity for them.
I'm not sure if it was in the action of the play of the ball there, Ben, where the incident occurred where the ball was knocked on, but the result is the same. And so Halifax 20 metres away from the Featherstone line. Featherstone have got a very important defensive set here coming up.
Indeed. Here's Southfield now. Great defence from Rovers though, Baldwinson and Snitch. Morrell swings it outright. Here's Moore now. Through a gap for Griggs. Halifax targeting that Rovers right side defence at the moment. Ball comes back in field. Here's Tangata. There's another drive in from Carlane. Great defence from Rovers again. Morrell takes on the line, passes inside. Fair bang, but look at this defence from Rovers. On the last tackle now. Oh, it's starting. I don't know who punches coming in. Look, and Joanne, we spoke before we got here this afternoon about whether we would see this sort of incident now. Punches being blown And something went on there between Ian Hardman and I think it was Scott Griggs. And all the players have come in. This is in a match of this magnitude, this was always going to happen, wasn't it?
It was, and for me, I think it's got to be a penalty for Featherstone, surely, the result of this. All I could see was that there was some hanging on his tackle there, and the Halifax player took great offence at that and started lashing out. Bit of a daft play if you're going to do that under your own sticks when you're attacking the line, but we did talk in the car, like you say, on the way here about whether tempers would flare in the game today. It means so much to both teams, doesn't it, this? And it's going to be a very difficult game for James Child to referee because the adrenaline will be pumping in both sets of players this afternoon, and that adrenaline can easily boil over into aggression. Yeah, I think there's two players being called out here. Ian Hardman's one, Scott Morell's the other. I think it's the captains that are being called by the referee. It looks as though Halifax are going to get the penalty, I think, because Scott Morell was just clapping then. In fact, somebody's going to the bin. That is Ian Hardman that's going to the bin. Ian Hardman. I'd imagine that cannot be. It's got to be Jacob Fairbank as well. He's got to go to the bin surely as well. Yes, he is. So that's two players in the bin in this match. That's Ian Hardman for Featherstone Rovers and Jacob Fairbank for Halifax. Not sure which way the penalty's going yet. So referee wants to talk to the captains this time. So now that Ian Hardman has gone off the field, he's brought the other captains out, which I think is Anthony Thackeray down there he's talking to. The nominated, oh no, sorry, it's Andy Ellis, the nominated, and the penalty has gone to Halifax, which to be honest, I'm not sure what went on in the tackle, the way that he reacted. He was the one who brought on that brawl that occurred in the middle of the field, so in a way I'm quite puzzled as to why the penalty has gone to Halifax, but we can't see what went on in the tackle to appreciate that Fairbank reaction. Steve Tyra is going to have a go at the two. They should slot them over because it is right under the sticks. 19 minutes gone. It was 0-0. It looks like it's going to be 2-0 to Halifax.
Steve Tyra doesn't miss these. I was saying earlier on before the match starts the match as well about Rovers penalty, the discipline for Rovers, how they can't concede penalties that are in a kickable range because this man for Halifax is a real kicking machine. He has converted. So with 20 minutes gone here in the first half at the MBI Shea here in Halifax, it's Halifax 2, Featherstone Rovers 0. Ian Hardman's in the bin. And Fairbank for Halifax as well. So 12v12 for the next 10. And Halifax with the early points.
And it looks like while Hardman's in the bin, Ash Golding's going to go to fullback.
So there's that kick-off. It's taken by Saltonstall, who takes that first drive in. Here's Heaton. Tangata now. Carlane. Ball's worked out wide. Oh, it's put down by Will Sharp. It's a zero tackle on halfway. Will Sharp couldn't take that pass in. So Rovers survive. Here's Channing now. Rovers are going to get a full set in the Halifax half here. Ormondroyd on the charge. That's a great drive from Ormondroyd. Rovers 30 metres out centre field now. Bostock offloads as well. Here's Briggs. Rovers 15 out. Thackeray now takes on the line. Rovers 8 metres out, 5 to the left of the sticks. Briggs. Baldwinson is inches short. Jordan Baldwinson inches short. Ellis now goes himself. Andy Ellis from 18 halfback. He's over a metre to the right of the uprights for Featherstone Rovers. It was a great setup from Rovers. Bostock driving the ball in, away. The tackle was taken. Then from the play of the ball, Baldwinson a metre short. And Andy Ellis through the dummy, went straight in just to the right of the sticks. And with 21 and a half minutes gone here at the MBI Shea in Halifax, it's Halifax 2, Featherstone Rovers 4.
Andy Ellis, acting captain on the field at the moment. Both teams with 12 men, and Rovers get the first try of the game after 21 minutes. Jordan Baldwinson must be, well, first of all, Jack Ormonroyd must be congratulated in the build-up to that try. His drive-in was immense. And similarly, Jordan Baldwinson, when he went to the right of the sticks with that drive, he set it up nicely for Andy Ellis, who did his trademark dummy from dummy half, scooted over at the side of the sticks. Kyle Briggs with a fairly easy conversion at just about to take it. Teeing it up. And he kicks it, so that's Featherstone Rovers 6, Halifax 2 here at the Shea.
And the most crucial thing for Rovers now, on the back of that try converted by with a 6-2 lead, what we must do now more than anything else, Joanne, is back it up with a complete set. Halifax are going to restart with Steve Tyrer. There is the kick-off, that's spiralling. Taken well. And here goes Baldwinson again. He's had a great start to this match. Here goes Ormonroyd now. Tyler Papa. Here's Baldwinson again. Second drive of the set for Baldwinson. Briggs dinks a kick over the top. And that is a perfect way to back it up. After that try from Rovers, it's so crucial, especially in a day like today, that you back your tries up. Complete your next set, get a good kick away. And Rovers have done that perfectly, Joanne.
Oh yeah, you're just saying you've got your wish there. You were saying how important it was to follow that up with a good set of six. Just looking down, Richard Moore's about to enter the field for Halifax, so they're bringing the brawn on. And yeah, Featherstone Rovers there making Halifax come away from their 10-metre line again. That's all you can ask in a set of six after a try, isn't it, that you end up with that. And looks like Connor Robinson's going to re-enter the field. I think they have missed him, haven't they? They've been a little quiet of Halifax since he's been off, and that's a terrible offload. They've tried to offload on their own 20 metres. It's a free play. Andy Bostock puts the kick in. Will Sharp takes it though. That was a crazy offload there. I think it was James Saltonstall that tried to do it in the middle of the field on his own 20-metre line. That was like suicide play, that. But Featherstone Rovers, Andy Bostock fancied himself as a kicker there, kicked it out to the wing on the free play. He knew that he'd got nothing to lose. Will Sharp managed to retrieve it, but Featherstone have got the put in now 20 metres away from the Halifax line.
I think he did that last week on a free play as well, did Andy Bostock. But, so Rovers then with a great opportunity now. Here's John Davies. That's a great drive. Ellis. Here's Bostock again. Holds the ball this time. Plays the ball. Thackeray. Golding! And he's over! Ashton Golding is over for Featherstone Rovers. Absolutely outstanding effort there. Took the ball 10 metres out He still had so much work to do, but danced like a ballerina and able to get the ball down. And this is a perfect start for Rovers. It's Halifax 0, Featherstone Rovers 10.
That was great stuff, that, wasn't it? I mean, it all came around from Saltonstall playing silly rugby for Halifax on his own 20-metre line to do an offload in a crazy situation, and Featherstone came up with that scrum and drove towards those posts again and going short, and the ball came out. Andy Ellis with a looping pass to Thackeray, and Thackeray got it to Golding, who found himself in space and was able to tiptoe through the Halifax defence to score.
So with 26 minutes gone, Kyle Briggs with a conversion attempt here. Here we go. He's pulled it just to the right. So the try not converted, but Rovers in the ascendancy at the moment. It's Halifax 2, Featherstone Rovers 10. So Brandon Moore's gone back off, so that concussion interchange has been reversed. Connor Robinson has come back on. Here's Talapapa now. Ellis. Thackeray Golding finds Baldwinson now. Here's the last tackle. Thackeray Grubber kick downfield. Just too long on that occasion. But that'll do for Rovers. Halifax are having to restart on the 20. And if Rovers can keep the composure and keep the discipline on this defensive set, it can only be looking good at the minute.
Well, yeah, almost a copy of the previous set of 6 after we scored that other try, wasn't it? And this time Thackeray unable to reach touch with the ball. Halifax offloading again. It's come off for them this time, and they go over on that left-hand side. They do fancy themselves against the right-hand side of defence of Featherstone. I think they think Channing, and it was Golding out there obviously before, but I think they're thinking that they are quite a weak link out there. Held up firm so far though, Ben.
Ian Hardman, I think, has returned. Yes, he has. Johnston through a gap, but there's a penalty for a high tackle. Talapapa again. Hardman has returned, so he moves back to full-back. Golden moves back out to the wing. We're going to see Luke Cooper in a minute as well, Joanne.
I think it was a bit rough on Talapapa that I felt that Johnston was going down. It did come in. I certainly made contact with his head, but it wasn't a Sean O'Loughlin tackle, let's put it that way. However, the penalty has gone to Halifax. Penalty count currently is Halifax 6, Featherstone 1. So Halifax certainly getting the best of Mr. Child's whistle this afternoon. Maybe Featherstone's discipline, I don't know. But Halifax are taking this tap. They'll be looking to respond. They're about 15 metres away from the Featherstone line.
Ambler plays the ball. And Halifax, here's Richard Moore now. Rovers with another big defensive set ahead. As Jack Ormondroyd has come off for Rovers, on comes Luke Cooper. Halifax are a metre away now. Robinson goes left. Luke, that's a shocker. It's not that they've managed to retain possession, but everything is lost there. Here's Will Sharp now. Sharp with a pass to Ambler. Great pass, and what a tackle from Rovers. Morrell kicks through, Thackeray can't take it. Halifax to the over. Yeah. Anthony Thackeray couldn't take the pass in. Morell's kick it was. Thackeray couldn't take the pass in. I didn't see who put the ball down. But it is a try nonetheless for Halifax. It's Connor Robinson who's got the ball down. Anthony Thackeray couldn't take that ball in. And Rovers' response to that is a double substitution. We're going to see Darryl Griffin in a minute. Off come Bostock and Baldwinson. Darryl Griffin's going to come on. I'm not sure who the second man coming on is. It's Anthony Mullally. And we all know the damage Anthony Mullally did last week at Batley. Steve Tyler is in front of the sticks. The try is converted, and with 9 minutes left here at the Shea Stadium in the first half, it's Halifax 8, Featherstone Rovers 10. Response to that to bring on Darryl Griffin and Anthony Mullally. And just as for Rovers, when they got their try, it's important that Halifax back this up. Rovers were looking for a big defensive set here. There is the kick-off from Briggs, taken by Morell. Passing field, but that's a great chase from Rovers. Look at that tackle again. 3 in it. And here's James Saltonstall. So Halifax. That's Ambler. Here's Morell now. Finds Ben Heaton. The ball to Saltonstall. Otherwise he was going into touch. Here's Morell. There's an offload. So Robinson finds Gareth Moore. Out wide it goes, left again. Here's Griggs through a gap almost. Here's the last tackle, Halifax. Puts the bomb in the air. Talapapa lets it bounce. Halifax will come up with it. What a tackle. On the last, it's a turnover. We had this, Joanne, we had this last week with Talapapa. Does not look comfortable at all under those high balls. And Rovers, as last week, scrambling defence has saved them. But they need to do something, Joanne.
Well, I thought we were going to have another Halifax try due to a Featherstone error there as well. And that was a towering kick from Gareth Moore, a bit like all the kicks that were going in at the Featherstone Batley game last week. Talapapa, you could tell, as soon as that ball was up in the air, he looked so uncertain. He was shielding his eyes from the sun. He just looked like he wasn't going to take it, and it too right, he did it. Kyle Briggs now going for the 40-20, but Will Sharp takes it easily in the field of play, and he brings it up to the 30-metre line, as we've seen Will Sharp do so often in Featherstone Rovers colours.
That's a great return from that kick. Morell now finds Heaton. Oh, it's put down by Ben Heaton, sorry. It's on the free play, so Tack tries to kick through. That'll do for Rovers. It's on the free play, so it's the knock on. Be a scrum down head and feet to Rovers on the Halifax 40. And with 6 minutes left to half time and 2 points in it, this is a huge step for Rovers, Joanne.
It certainly is, and it is quite tasty out there. When you see some of the things that are going on in back play, it isn't a game of tiddlywinks today out there. It's there's a lot of things going on. Talapapa dumping Heaton to the floor then, and then the ball being thrown at Brad Tagg by Connor Robinson. So there's a little bit of niggle going on, but Featherstone have got the ball now. As Mullally takes it forward to 20 metres away from that Featherstone line. Come on, Rovers. Andy Ellis goes out to the right to Briggs, comes into Channing. And as we hear there, Tim Spears has come on for John Davis, and the referee has given a penalty to Featherstone. I think that's our first penalty since the opening minutes of the half. It's quite a rarity.
It is an interesting change for Rovers there, bringing off John Davis. Rovers are taking the 2, and why not? With 5 minutes left on the clock and a 2-point lead. If Kyle Briggs can kick this, it stretches it back out to a 4-point lead. But interesting there, decision by John Sharp not to bring on Tim Spears, but the man of choice to go off being John Davis, Joanne.
Well, it's very hot out there. It's a hard game. It's a physical game. 2 second rowers. I think it's it's a like for like substitution, and it doesn't surprise me that John Davis has gone off for a breather.
So Kyle Briggs is going to attempt this penalty conversion. Looks to be about maybe 10 metres to the right of the sticks. He's the correct side for a left-footed kicker. So you'd fancy he will be kicking this one. Here's the kick. Up go the flags. So with 4 minutes left here in the first half, at the MBI Shea, it is Halifax 8, Featherstone Rovers 12. Hello there to Helen Graham, who is listening from deepest, darkest South Wales, but Rovers are not able to take that kick-off. A big mistake from the kick-off. It was a horrible kick-off, it was. And Rovers have knocked on in their own 20-metre area. So it is a scrum down head and feet on the Rovers 10 for Halifax. So a big hello to Helen Graham in the deepest, darkest South Wales. And with 3 minutes, this is huge for Rovers. If Rovers can keep Halifax out now and get to half-time with a 4-point lead, that will give them confidence. Here's Morell now, though. Morell finds Ben Johnston. Dances away from one. 10 metres out, 10 in from touch. Morell. Fairbank. Good defence. Cooper. Griffin and Mullally. 3 and then, that's on the bounce. Sarsfield. Morell again. Across field he goes. Gareth Moore working out to the left. They've got men over. Halifax are over. Halifax are over. Maybe 5 metres in from touch on that far side. It's Ben Johnston with the try for Halifax. And with 2 minutes left at the end of this first half, it's Halifax Rovers 12. With a kick to come, the ball works out to the left-hand side from through Morell and Moore. Moore found Johnston. That's the tackle. Get that ball down, maybe 5 minutes. Get that ball down. It's a kickable conversion for Tyra, although it's maybe about 5 metres in from touch. It's on the correct side for Steve Tyra. Here comes the kick. Up go the flags. So with a minute left in the first half here at the MBI Shea in Halifax, it's Halifax 14, Featherstone Rovers 12. Rovers like Halifax to do what they just did from that kickoff. Joanne.
You can always point back to periods where the influence is done by Rovers, where the opposition's instant kickoff. Briggs had kicked the penalty. What we needed was a full set of 6 after that. We made a mess with that kickoff. It was a decent kickoff, went over towards that right-hand side of the Featherstone Rovers attack, made a mess of it, and Halifax had the ball then near our try line. And they've looked dangerous every time they've passed it over to the left-hand side of Halifax. And Morell, when he gets that ball in the middle of the field, he just looks so confident with it. That looks like a forward pass there, I must admit, in the middle of the field by Halifax as they're taking it up. And that's where the try came. So yeah, Halifax with this set of 6, they put the kick through. Talapapa looking uncertain again. He puts his hand up. Talapapa just needs to take the ball as the half-time hooter goes. The kick was put up on the stroke of half-time, and Talapapa, he puts his hand up in the air to shield the effects of the sun. But while he's doing that, the opposition are just taking the ball out of his hands, or the ball's coming down and bouncing. He's really, really struggled with those high balls.
Welcome back to the second half here at the Shea Stadium in Halifax as Rovers make another hash. A deep kick off from Halifax, bounced over the head of Kyle Briggs. Ashton Golding couldn't take it, it bounced dead in goal, so it's going to be a dropout from Rovers at the start of the second half. Halifax are going to get the first real set now. Here's the dropout from Briggs. It's taken, and here goes Luke Ambler. And Halifax are going to have a full set. Fairbank. Moore, Morell, Johnston's well wrapped up on that occasion. Sarsfield out wide to Saltonstall, gets the ball away. Robinson gets the ball away as well. Johnston again. Rovers eventually complete the tackle. Ambler, Moore, tries to duck underneath underneath Darryl Griffin, An untidy play of the ball. Morell jabs one through. What a take from Darryl Griffin that was. From the kick from Morell. And Rovers now looking to work out from their own 20. Here goes Talapapa. Plays the ball to Ellis. Ellis sees the gap and goes for it. Makes a great 20 metres. Luke Cooper now. Oh, that's a cruncher. I felt that tackle from here. Briggs puts that ball in the air. Rovers have knocked the ball on. Andy Ellis, if he had so lucky there, he managed to get hold of Saltonstall. If they hadn't, Saltonstall had a clear line ahead of him. Come to Joanne in a minute. Here goes Tangata, he's back on for the start of this second half. Ball goes right with Morel. He is, but that's great defence from Rovers. Ambler. Through it goes. Here's Ryan Boyle. Defence so far from Rovers. Here's Griggs. Here's the last tackle. 10 metres out, 10 metres in from the left touchline. Moore dabs it for the post. That's run dead, so a great defensive start for Rovers at the start of the second half. We're going to see Andy Bostock returning momentarily. Here goes Salapapa. Joanna, good start to this second half. In fact, here's Thackeray now. Thackeray's still going. And Rovers are 5 short of halfway, Joanne.
Yeah, Halifax looking really bright, weren't they, in those opening stages, and Featherstone under the cosh. We're trying to get the ball out. Talapapa there, that's play on. Halifax actually touched it there, so James Child has wiped the tackle count. So Featherstone with 6 to play for it, with 20 metres out.
Steve Snitch. Ormondroyd's come back on for Rovers. Thackeray finds Briggs. Briggs takes on the line, finds Ormondroyd. It's Luke Cooper who's come off for Rovers. There's a penalty. Under the sticks. Do you take the 2?
Oh, it's such a difficult decision, isn't it? I mean, sense would say go for the 2, which they have done. The other one would say, well, should you be going for possession? But we're going for the 2. Makes sense, it's an easy 2. Brings us all square to 14-all if we do kick it, which Kyle Briggs should do. The important thing would be, Ben, is that when Halifax kick off, is that we take it and we have a good set of 6 after it. That's the danger, because that's what we didn't do after the last set of the last 2.
Indeed, we've this afternoon where the kick-off hasn't been taken by Rovers. So Kyle Briggs then is in front of the sticks. He won't miss this one. If you want to shout out on this afternoon's broadcast, if you go on Twitter at Rovers Radio, and we'll give you a shout out if we can in the second half. Or also on the Featherstone Rovers Facebook page. Just search Featherstone Rovers and we will give you a shout out. Kyle Briggs has converted. So we are all level now. It's Featherstone Rovers. Sorry, Halifax 14. Featherstone Rovers 14. And the most important thing now is that Rovers do take this kick-off. Interestingly, a change of personnel with the kick-off. Yes. Interestingly, Kyle Briggs there wasn't the receiver of the kick-off. It was Ian Hardman. He trapped it, but Rovers did manage to pick up, Joanne.
Yeah, we're still looking unsure at those kickoffs, aren't we? Ian Hardman trapped it with his foot, and it was up to Jack Ormondroyd, the tallest player on the field, to stoop and pick it up. That's a great run forward there, though. That is a fantastic run forward by Mullally. And I was talking about, and there's Thackeray through. Thackeray's through, and he passes it to Snitch. Snitch is just hauled short of the line, and he's knocked the ball on. That was a great passage of play there by Featherstone Rovers. Great break by Anthony Thackeray. Steve Snitch backing up well. Thackeray got the ball away to him, but Snitch holds short of the line, and he must have been trying to get the ball over the line and lost it in the action of doing it. So Halifax get a scrum on 10 metres. Oh, if we could have scored there, Ben.
If we could have scored, indeed. An outstanding break it was from Featherstone Rovers through the gap, and it was found its way to Steve Snitch. He just couldn't get that, just couldn't keep hold of that ball. So Halifax then with a return, a relieving set almost. They make a double change. On comes Tangata. Will Sharp with a half break. More now. Here's Ryan Boyle. Halifax then 5 short of halfway. More again. Here's Simon Greats. Here's Richard Moore. Here's the last tackle. Halifax 30 out. Moore finds Morel. He puts that ball in the air. Talapapa actually takes that one. It was great take as well from Talapapa, and he did well to return that ball in as well.
Yeah, sun's not in his eyes anymore now, so he can take the ball. I think we're going to need to invest in a sun visor for Missy for future games.
Here's Steve Snitch. Thackeray now. Bostock. Joe Rovers then just in the Halifax half. Spears is on for Rovers. Here's the last tackle. Briggs puts the ball in the air. That's well taken though by Ben Johnston. A good chase from Rovers. Here's Will Sharp now. This is better defence from Rovers. If Rovers can keep the discipline here and restrict Halifax, that will give them a great opportunity.
Oh, it certainly will, Ben. Yeah, it's so important, this defensive set now. It's, you know, we've got 30 minutes left in the game. It's all square. It's tight as you can call it, which a lot of people were expecting this afternoon. Featherstone with lots to play for today. Halifax similarly. As Richard Moore plays the ball there. It goes to Gareth Moore, who puts the kick down the field. Ian Hardman goes after it, and he takes it well on the bounce, on the second bounce, and he brings it back in field. Okay, takes it over the 20-metre line, plays the ball, Michael Channing, and that's a penalty to Featherstone because the Halifax player had a second go at Ian Hardman's leg as he was trying to get that quick play of the ball. Well played, Ian Hardman, for doing that. He's brought that penalty about by affecting the quick play of the ball. Halifax couldn't clear the ruck sufficiently, and it's ended up with a penalty to Featherstone, and we've got the advantage now going over halfway with Tim Spears.
Yeah, so Rovers with a full set here in the Halifax half. Here goes Andy Bostock. It's over that 40. That's a great drive from Bostock. Rovers now 30 out, centre field. Thackeray. Here's Steve Snitch. Ellis again. Takes on that line himself. Briggs. Goes right, Hardman. Channing. Gap opens up, back inside comes Channing. Through a gap. Halifax fans wanting an obstruction around us. Here's Briggs now, Thackeray. Out wide it goes. Tag! Inches short is Bradley. Tag. Inches away. Great defence from Halifax. That's on the last tackle. It's a turnover, Joanne.
That was great play down there on that left-hand side. We had numbers over. Brad Tagg opted to take it in. He fancied spinning, and he went to go over the line. He did have Talapapa outside him, but I don't think he'd have been able to get the ball away anyway. So perhaps the right option from Brad Tagg. Turned over almost on the Halifax line, so a great place to turn the ball over. We need to keep them near their own line and keep the discipline. No penalties. Need a really good defensive set. Get the ball back and see what we can do with it.
Here's Will Sharp. Rovers have done a great job on Will Sharp this afternoon. Johnston from acting half-back. Here's Carlane. Right, here's Matt Sarsfield. He's knocked on. That is a great defensive effort from Featherstone Rovers. Andy Ellis, it was with the tackle. The ball is lost in the tackle. And Rovers are going to have a full set show on inside the Halifax 40. And what an opportunity this is.
That was a fantastic tackle by Andy Ellis there. I singled him out as being one of the players of the first half for Featherstone. And it was an amazing tackle by him that brought around that knock-on. And Featherstone are in a good position. I'm just talking about what we needed there, where the ball was turned over on their own line. And what we needed was a good set of defensive six, which we've just had. And we've got the ball back now. Thackeray puts the ball in at the scrum. It comes out at the back. Goes over to Briggs, who passes it on the inside to Brad Tagg. Makes it over that 40-metre line. Bostock taking it through. He's going on a barnstorming run. Andy Bostock takes it to 15 metres away from that line. Rovers looking good here. Goes to Thackeray. Goes out to Snitch, who spins. He passes it out. Goes back to Thackeray. Thackeray could be over. Missy Talapapa is over. He went back to Missy Talapapa and he's over the line. That's a try for Featherstone Rovers.
Missy Talapapa, it is with the try for Featherstone Rovers. What a fantastic try. Is that 14 now for the year? I believe it is. His 14th try of the season. Moves him back to the front of the try scoring charts for Rovers. Effort it was. Steve Snitch with the drive in. He managed to get the offload away in the tackle. Paparo still had so much work to do, but able to spin over, get that ball down, and Rovers hit the front again, and with just shy of 15 gone in the second half, it's Halifax 14, Featherstone Rovers 18, with a conversion to come. Kyle Briggs is back maybe 5 metres in from touch on that left-hand touch line. But crucially, Rovers have got the opening score in that second half. Joanne.
I was saying, didn't I, Andy Bostock with that barnstorming run up the field. What a run that was from him to set that play up. And Steve Snitch got it near the line, managed to spin. So hasn't managed to get it back out to Talapapa, who went over the line to score. Pretty difficult kick here for Kyle Briggs. We'll see what he can do. As he just attempts it now. It's nowhere near. I can tell from the Rovers crowd reaction behind those sticks. It was nowhere near. Wasn't that conversion attempt. But it's Halifax 14, Featherstone Rovers 18 here. With 25 minutes remaining in this game. It's still all to play for, Ben.
All to play for it is. The ground behind the sticks away to our right told you straight away that conversion had missed. Rovers then, what can we do with this kickoff? It's deeper. Hardman able to take it on the full this time. That's a good drive from Ormondroyd. So Rovers successfully take the kickoff. Here goes Tim Spears now. But well met by a good Halifax chase there. 3 in that tackle. Ashton Golding, whose headgear today matches his shirt. That's a good drive in from Mullally. Finds Golding again. Golding trying to spin away. Channing finds Briggs. Here's Bostock again. Here's the last tackle. Thackeray puts that ball in the air. That's spinning in the air. Well taken from Will Sharp. A great take that was from Will Sharp. Here's Johnston now. And Halifax are on halfway, Joanne.
Takes those all day, does Will Sharp. We, like in Featherstone Rovers colours, we've seen him take them, haven't we? And that's a ball lost there. We went backwards though. Fortunately for Halifax, Ben Heaton dropped the ball, but he did drop it backwards. So it's as you were. But Halifax lost a little bit of momentum in that play. But yeah, Halifax taking it forward now. Gareth Moore's got the ball. Goes over to the left, this left-hand side with Simon Griggs, but that's a good tackle by Golding and Channing. Ben Johnston taking it forward on the last. Ian Hardman. Halifax got a little bit mixed up there on that last tackle. I don't think they intended that to happen, for Johnston to have it on the last then. Not sure why it didn't go to Morell. Golden's got it now for Featherstone. He's passed it to Channing, who throws one attempt to defender off that in Will Sharp. So Featherstone Rovers 20 metres away from their own line, having to bring it away. Doing it tough. Brad Tagg takes it up now. Plays the ball to Ellis. Missy Telepapa taking it up. I said to him in midweek that he's like an extra forward on the field, and he is sometimes.
He is indeed. He plays the ball on the Rovers 40. Ellis now tries to go through the gap. Here we are on the last tackle, Rovers on halfway. Briggs kicks over the top. That's a fantastic kick from Kyle Briggs. Measured that to perfection. I have to say, I thought for a second, John, he might just have a little bit too much on it, but that was measured to perfection by Kyle Briggs.
You could tell everybody else was. The Featherstone crowd behind that sticks went deathly silent. I think they thought it was floating out on the full, but he didn't. Like you say, he measured it to perfection. Went in a few metres in from that try line over on this right-hand side, and the scrum's been set on the 10 metres. Halifax going to put it in with Gareth Moore.
So it's still Halifax 14, Featherstone Rovers 18. Oh, the touch judge has seen something. I didn't see it. I think it was Tim Spears. I was actually following the Rovers defensive line, Joanne.
Yeah, it was on Morell. I think it was Kyle Briggs actually. It was Briggs and Spears in the tackle. Touch judge came on, referee didn't see anything in it. Could have been a bit high. It could have been one of those that was around the shoulder. Difficult to see really. But having said that, Halifax have got the penalty and they're running it in with Will Sharp now. 40 metres away from the Featherstone Rovers line.
Here goes Tangata. Tangata through. Ian Hardman makes a great tackle. It's still on. Saltonstall finds Moore. Moore through a gap. Halifax are over. Halifax are over under the sticks. Can't see who got the try. But it was a great break upfield by Tangata. It's Mitch Carlane with the try. A great break from Tangata. Through that middle. Managed to get the ball away. It was found its way to Mitch Carlane, who was able to get over under the sticks. Scott Morell's taken over the kicking duties. And it's Halifax 18, Featherstone Rovers 18. And Joanne, that came about from a great break up the middle from Adam Tangata.
Morell's taking over kicking duties because Tyler's had to leave the field with a hand or an arm injury of some sort. He's got something wrong with his right arm. Morell adds those two, so Halifax go back in front, 20 points to 18. It's as tight as you can call it here at the Shea. That try came from the back of a penalty. We were talking about keeping discipline. That try came from the back of a penalty for a high shot on Scott Morell. And Tangata, that run that he did, just set up the play so well, didn't it? We've got John Davis just entered the field for Andy Ellis. And it's a short kick-off, but Halifax have taken it well. But Baldwinson has entered the field as well. I'm just trying to find out who's come off. Anthony Mullally has left the field for Jordan Baldwinson. Halifax calling for a high tackle again, but they're not going to get it this time. That was just across his chest. Gareth Moore going for a deep kick. He's going for a 40-20, but it's not going to make the touchline. Missy Talapapa takes it, has to bring it up away 5 metres from his own line, and it's a wall of blue and white Halifax defence that meets him there.
Just didn't have the angle there from Gareth Moore, that kick. But a great, long, deep kick. Rovers having to come out from their own 20 now. Here's Bradley Tagg. Thackeray now, here's Davies. That's a great run by Davies. Thackeray now finds Baldwinson. Here's the last tackle, Thackeray. Puts the high one over towards Goulding. Goulding takes it. Tries to offload. With it being the last tackle, but it goes straight to Simon Griggs. So disappointing way for Rovers to end the set. Still Halifax 20, Featherstone Rovers 18. We've got 18 minutes left here. Still as tight as you like. Johnston. Here's Sarsfield now. Rovers slow to react to that play of the ball. An offload. It's been stolen one-on-one. And then Goulding's made a hash of it. First knock on was by Halifax. I personally thought Rovers had knocked that one out one-on-one. The referee said no. Has then subsequently knocked on. And Rovers have got head and feet on their own 40. But Joanne, I thought that was a one-on-one knockout.
I think it could have gone either way. James Child was very definite that there were two knock-ons there in that passage of play. Featherstone not going to complain about it at all. Kyle Briggs is going to feed this scrum 40 metres away from the Featherstone line. They're holding it up, but nothing came of that. Channing takes in. That was a high tackle there on Michael Channing. His head went back there. Sides this afternoon. Things up and okay though. So that's some good for Featherstone Rovers as Kyle Briggs ball to touch, and they will have the tap 40 metres away from the Halifax line. Halifax set up in defence at the moment. Baldwinson drives the ball in. Plays the ball to Davis. Passes it to Briggs on the right. Coming the line. There's a fumble there from Michael Channing. Goes across there to Kyle Briggs. Gets it away to Thackeray. Thackeray gets it out. And the ball goes to Bostock. Taking it forward. 5 metres away from the line. That's a quick play of the ball with John Davis. And they hangs on to it. And the ball is over. I think that's a try. It's a try. No, it's not. Oh, it's not a try. I thought the referee giving a try there. He's held the play up and he's actually giving a penalty, has he? Oh, no, it's a 20-metre tap.
I thought Briggs had got that ball down then over his head, but the referee said no. We've now got 15 minutes left here at the Shea Stadium. Still tight as anything. It's a knock on at the play the ball from Halifax. On his own 40. So Halifax are going to get another set in. Rovers are going to get another set in the Halifax 40. Still 2 points behind with 15 minutes left. The excitement is almost too much, I suppose.
Yeah, it certainly is there. I think the nerves are getting to both sides at the moment. It's so tight. It's got 14 minutes remaining in this game. Featherstone behind by 2 points, and Channing gets the ball to Golding. It's a bit of a high shot there. He missed though, did Tangata, thankfully for Golding. Just standing still a little bit there, Featherstone in attack. Bostock playing the ball there to John Davis. John Davis passes it to Ormond Royd. Ormond Royd is through and he gets the ball away. It's a try. It's a try to Anthony Thackeray. It's a try to Anthony Thackeray. There's a little bit of a set two behind over that try line. Anthony Thackeray, I think, actually landed a little bit of a punching on whoever was trying to tackle him, but let's hope this try still stands because the referee's not giving it yet.
Oh, what an effort that was from Jack Ormondroyd. Through the gap. And then he managed to get the ball away. Time's called off. What's the call going to be? The try hasn't yet been given. Referee Mr. Child in consultation with both of his touch judges. Halifax look like they're taking the position. Yes, the try is given. So Featherstone Rovers hit the front again to Anthony Thackeray. And with 13 and a half minutes on the back of a Halifax error, losing the ball on their own 40. A great break it was from Jack Ormondroyd up the middle. He managed to get the ball away to Anthony Thackeray. And Thackeray able to get that ball down. So Rovers hit the front again. It's Halifax 20, Featherstone Rovers 22. Briggs with a conversion to come. This one a bit easier than the last one that he missed. He's kicked that one. So Rovers have a narrow, 4-point lead again. And with 12, just under 13 minutes left here at the MBI Shea in Halifax. It's Halifax 20, Featherstone Rovers 24. And the thing that's making this such an exciting game, Joanne, as well, apart from that opening period in the first half, there hasn't been more than one score between those two teams since Halifax scored their first try. Referee is just in conversation with the two captains. But it's been so tight, there's not been more than one score since Halifax's first try.
It's like a game of ping pong, isn't it, really? It's like you score, I score, you score, I score, and that's a high kick-off. Goes to Hardman, who takes it cleanly, passes it to Baldwinson, who takes the ball up about 8 metres from his own line. Lots of enthusiasm in that Featherstone attack at the moment as Talapapa comes the ball up as well, takes it to 20 metres, bit of
If Rovers can just get the next try, I fancy we could go on to win this. With it being so tight at the moment. Here's Tangata though, he offloads this time. Quick play of the ball, Robinson. That's bad. Oh, that's poor play from Scott Morrell on that occasion. Here's the last tackle. That's a high one. Who's underneath this one? Bounces off the head of Gareth Moore. It's still the last tackle. If Rovers can tackle, Tangata's lost the ball. Goulding's picked it up. That's worked out superbly for Featherstone Rovers. It has been called out though. Scott Morrell's there as well. I think this is just going to be a talking to, you know. Maybe I'll put it on report. I don't. He's now looking for. He's caught himself.
I think he's calling out Brad Tagg and having a chat with him, because Brad Tagg went in and actually he shouldn't have gone in neither. You know, the penalty was given, the action had been taken, but for me, not sure. I think the decision there of the officials. The Goldings. Andy Ellis is gold. So Andy Ellis returns for the final 9 minutes of this game. As Kyle Briggs puts the ball into touch, Tim Spears has left the field. So Andy Ellis has returned and he'll be having that captaincy as well. John Davis runs it in, but he runs to a wall of blue and white Halifax players who tackle effectively. Goes to Baldwinson. It was a bit of a suspect pass, I must admit. Was that one did look a little bit on the forward side. Andy Ellis now. Great run. Going across the field of play though, not really moving. That was inside, it is forward. Stitch plays the ball to Ellis. Ellis brings it out to the right to Briggs. Briggs is wrapped up there, but he gets the ball away. No, the referee had called held, so it's play the ball, back to play the ball to Ellis. Thackeray, Bostock. That's the last tackle. Bostock plays it to Ellis. What will Kyle Briggs do with it? Puts a little dab up. Goulding not able to pass the ball, but it looks as though could have been. I'm not sure who. Goulding could have passed it back. It's a Rovers ball. It's a scrum to Rovers, 10 metres away from the Halifax line. What an ideal end to that set of six, Ben.
It certainly was. The great kick up from Kyle Briggs. Goulding challenged for it, but off the challenge from Ashton Goulding, the ball actually found touch off the Halifax player. So that's why it is a Rovers scrum down head and feed on the Halifax 10. And this could be a crucial set. If Rovers can get over here for a converted try, that could well prove to be the difference. Here's Ian Hardman now driving that ball in. If they can't score, at least get a repeat set. Baldwinson on the charge! Inches short, Baldwinson. Ellis now. Thackeray. That's a great tackle. It's stolen the ball. been knocked on from Rovers. Credit where credit's due. Outstanding defence from Halifax on that far side. Rovers not able to get over, not able to capitalise. And with 7 minutes left, 7 minutes and 18 seconds if you want to be exact, it's still Halifax 20, Featherstone 24. And if there is going to be another score in this match, you fancy it could be crucial.
Oh, at this stage of the game, it is going to be crucial. I just wish that we could have capitalised on that possession that we got and the territory that we got there. Halifax with Tangata, who for me shouldn't be on the field, but that's my opinion. And Halifax fans screaming for penalties at the moment. They want to see their team in the other end of the field. It's up to Featherstone's defence, though, to keep them away from doing that. They're on halfway at Halifax at the moment.
So Morel, inside pass. There's another offload. It's Connor Robinson again. Halifax are standing at the moment. Here's the last tackle. Moore puts that ball in the air. How's Ian Hardman under that one? Safe as houses. And a great break from Hardman. What a return that is as well. With 6 minutes left. Talapapa now. Offloads. Ashton Golding. Rovers 8 metres shy of halfway now. Michael Channing has a run, gets Rovers into the Halifax half. Ellis goes left. Thackeray now. That's a great drive in from Rovers as well. Anthony Malelli's on. Great steps one through. Great positional play from Johnston. And in my opinion, Joanne, you're looking at arguably two of the best positional fullbacks in our division at the moment. Both Ben Johnston and Ian Hardman today have both been outstanding.
They certainly have. The ball's going across the field at the moment. Halifax can't get out of their own 10 at the minute. They're milking a penalty there. I mean, that was ridiculous, that, but there you go. Featherstone defence holding tight at the moment. Bostock and Davis in for a fantastic crunching tackle back there. This is the last, and Halifax have only made it to 20, 30 metres out. They put the kick in. Ashton Golden takes it confidently. He brings it away. He's up to the Featherstone 40-metre line. He's dodging round. He's got over the 40-metre line, and he plays the ball there. Thackeray gets it across there to Talapapa. Oh. And it's a Talapapa passes the ball there forward. No need to do that. We just needed to be sensible. And the referee spotted it. I mean, if he hadn't have spotted it there, he definitely would have needed a pair of glasses, because it was a very blatant forward pass from Talapapa there. No need to do it. No need. We've given Halifax some possession here that we didn't need to give them with 4 minutes left, and we're in front.
Disappointing way. I think if the referee didn't know, the rest of the whole stadium told him. Huge cries of forward from the Halifax fans away to our left hand around us. It is a scrum down just a couple of metres inside the Halifax half. We've got 4 minutes 23 seconds left. So 15 metres in from touch, just inside the Halifax half. That's an awful pass. That's a shocking pass from the base of the scrum. Ben Heaton who took it. Halifax have lost momentum here. Tangata is tackled by Davis and Briggs, and finally gets the momentum. But this is great defence from Rovers. Moore now. Richard Moore. Groans from the Halifax fans around us. 4 tackles gone. Morrell. Johnston will get it. It's the last tackle. Halifax. Moore with the kick. It's a high kick. Oh, Rovers have let it bounce. I think Joanne's having kittens at the side of me. What a defensive set that was from Rovers. Rovers again, letting the ball bounce. And I think Joanne, oh my word, what are we doing here? I'll come to you in a minute. Here's Bradley Tagg with 3 minutes left here. Andy Ellis, that's great play from Ellis. Sensible play. Briggs puts boot to ball, it's centre field. Gasps around as Ben Johnson takes it. Oh, 2.5 minutes left here. In Halifax, it's still Halifax 20, Featherstone Rovers 24. It's a good mini break from Will Sharp. Here's Simon Griggs. Just shy of halfway through this set, Halifax. More now. And here's now Morrell. Takes on the line, he offloads to Griggs. The gap was almost there. What a tackle, it's the last. Here's Moore. Put the kick across. Talapapa takes it. Misses away. Talapapa's away. Makes 30 metres. Talapapa. Oh, Snitch has tackled. First knock on. We have got 1 minute 19 seconds left. My colleagues on Radio Calderdale have just said it, basically summed it up in a nutshell, Joanne. This whole season could boil down to one set of 6.
Oh, why do Rovers do this to us? 1 minute 19 seconds remaining in this game. Knock on 35 metres away from your own line. You've got tackles in the bag. Oh, why do we do this to us? Halifax got the put in at this scrum and it's going to come out here, but they are looking tired. But Simon Griggs on the outside. It goes to Will Sharp, who puts the kick in. What did Will Sharp do that for? Oh, Will Sharp, I love you.
I'll tell you why Will Sharp kicked Joanne. Because Sharpie is a fan lad. I think Will Sharp has just given the game to Featherstone Rovers. Rovers taking an eternity here. The clock has been stopped. 55 seconds. Rovers, all they need to do is 5 drives.
Yeah, Will Sharp there. They got tackles in the bag at Halifax. Will Sharp saw the try line beckoning, decided to kick, didn't need to. So here, Featherstone Rovers taking it over. They're just making it up to halfway. We need to do some slow play the balls here, guys. Come on.
Anthony Mullally. One-man rugby, that's all it needs. Rovers are in the Halifax half. Still got another tackle left in the set. Bostock hold the ball. What Rovers must do now is find touch. Here's the last tackle. Thackeray. It's touching goal. That's going to be it. Featherstone Rovers have beaten Halifax at Halifax. The dream continues. Oh, what a superb, outstanding effort from Featherstone Rovers that has been. sensational win! What a sensational victory that has been for Featherstone Rovers. To a man again, absolutely outstanding. Outplayed them, says the Rovers fan in front of us. I'm losing my voice, and we've now got one massive match next week. Get yourself down to the Big Fella Stadium. It's final showdown time. Featherstone Rovers against Bradford Bulls. And that could be a huge match for the top four. Joanne, I need to catch my breath. Over to you for a minute.
Oh my gosh, what an ending that was to a tight game. Oh, I thought we were going to throw it away. We didn't. And I said Halifax looked tired. That last 10 minutes, Halifax were out on the feet. Scott Morrell and Gareth Moore, they were dying with the ball in their hands. What an amazing performance from Featherstone Rovers. We're only going to go and do this, I think, Ben. And it's fantastic to see the Featherstone fans there cheering these boys on. The spirit in the camp at the moment is brilliant. Strength through adversity, Featherstone Rovers. Strength through adversity.
You want to sum up?
Okay, so I'm going to try and sum up now. Really sorry, we're a little bit excited here. So, final score 24-20. We've got in the first half there, we got a penalty from Tyra, try from Ellis, conversion by Briggs, try from Golding, try from Robinson, conversion from Tyra, 10-8. Briggs got a penalty to make it 12-8. Johnston with a try and Tyra with a conversion made it 14-12 to Halifax at half time. And that's how it's always been. Briggs then got a penalty to square it up early on in the first half. Then Talapapa with that try, unconverted 18-14. Mitch Cahillane then got the try for Halifax to put them back in front with the Morrell conversion, 20 points to 18. Thackeray then got that try, so important, 22-20, and Briggs converted. So that final score is 24-20.
What a superb effort. The fans away to our right and in superb voice. Rovers fan players posing on their sticks for photographs. But this, you can only say, Joanne, this today followed on from Batley last week. We made it difficult for ourselves earlier on this season. But what an effort this has been over the last 3 weeks, building up to today. Oh, Joanne, what a match we're going to have next week against Bradford.
I was just going to say that, Ben. If you are from Featherstone, Pontefract, Nottingley, Ackworth, wherever, get yourself down to Big Fellas next week. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Featherstone Rovers versus Bradford Bulls for the top four. Get yourselves down, everyone, please. We need a big crowd there. Shout these lads on. The way they've played this afternoon, they deserve every ounce of support that we can give them.
They certainly do. A big thank you to everyone for listening this afternoon. It is full time here at the Shea Stadium. Joanne, I'll come to you now. You didn't give your man of the match. There was too much going on during the game. So again, you could go 1 to 17, I suppose, but who is your man of the match?
Will Sharp. No, sorry. We're not Will Sharp. Andy Ellis is actually the man of the match for Featherstone Rovers this afternoon. While he was on the pitch, he was immense. Led from the front. Really, really good play. Could give it to a number of players, though. Jack Ormonroyd had a fab game. And another one that had a fab game on his return was Brad Tagg. What some great defensive play. And John Davis as well. All of them. But Andy Ellis especially.
So Andy Ellis is the Rovers CV man of the match. Rovers have blown the race for the top four wide open. It is full time here at the Shea. Thank you for your company, Joanne.
Thank you, Ben, as well.
I'll see you next week at the Big Fella Stadium. Whatever you are doing, like Joanne says, if you live near Pontefract, Featherstone, anywhere like that, If you want a good afternoon of rugby league, get yourself down to the Big Fella Stadium. Next week it's Featherstone Rovers against Bradford Bulls. But full time here at the Shea. It's finished. Halifax 20, Featherstone Rovers 24.